The following is a live recording of Renee being interviewed by Dr. Joanne Coleman, who wrote the foreword. This interview occurred 2 months before Renee crossed over.
How I went wrong and what I was doing. And that's what I basically going to do in this book. And after you read it, you'll realize that the things that you're going to have to do that I did not do to get my life up in orderly fashion, you would say, to be a member of society instead of being in jail and drugs. So the 3 things that I think is very important. You have to have discipline, which I got my discipline in prison. Tell you when to eat, when to sleep, when to do everything, right? So that's what got my discipline. And then you have to have a routine where you have to do it every day. You got to get used to getting up every day, going to work every day, and doing the same thing every day, depending on what kind of job you like. Now, if you don't like to be locked up in a room or something and do the same things, see the same people punch in, punch out, and that's, that's not what. But that's still, when you're young and you're doing that, you're still doing something so it's got to be some kind of schedule or routine that you have to go through. And the last one would be consistent in what you do. Okay, if you're going to do something, be consistent. Don't turn corners or take a day off or think that you've been working so hard that you got these days coming, because that's when you make that phone call and lay you off or what. So you've got to be consistent, but you need to have discipline and the other 2 that I mentioned.
Yes, and that's wonderful. I think that's a great message for young people, and you also figuring out your life. And
they got to learn that they have to do things the worthy way, not their way.
Ooh,
because I've never done it. I always doing things my way. Even though if you told me I'm going to do it my way, now I've always done it.
Yeah.
And that's why I went through what I've gone through. And I'm lucky today that I'm still around. Being a heroin addict for 22 years, it's unheard of.
That's right.
I had a couple of people say that I was a miracle. You're a miracle, man. I'm a miracle. Yeah, right, all right, I'm a miracle. If you come think of it, I don't know anybody that ever lasted that long and used drugs for that long and made it, I went to a couple of rehabs, very good rehabs, and they told me, chances are you're not going to make it, but if you really work hard, you can make it. Because here they show what the percentage of what they're making. And heroin users weren't even up there, And I'm going to write to them, and I'm going to send them a letter, and I'm going to tell them, well, look who's clean. And maybe they'll let me go speak at their group meetings and stuff. I want San Luis for in San Diego, and then the West Center in Tucson.
That's right.
I went to the desert to try to stay clean. Yeah, the mountains were next. Because everywhere I went, there was a connection. I'm trying to run from a problem.
San Luis Raid, the mission?
Standing still and fighting was the way?
No, it was a rehab program.
To becoming clean and sober?
Yeah, I always wanted to come and get clean, but
I used to live at the San Luis Raid
I
mission.
just couldn't. All of a sudden, I came here and it was lifted. It just left.
And that's
I did not stop. I didn't do anything to stop it, really. It was the grace and love of my mom, the loyalty she had for God, and all the prayers for 22 years.
Yes. They mount up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's no escaping a praying mother, I don't think.
Not like my mother.
That's right. One of the things that people love to know about a writer is, how did you come up with this idea for the book? How did this
Well, the stories that I tell people, and they can't believe what I'm telling them. Oh, you did that, or that happened to you? I go, yeah. And this is the truth, and a lot of times maybe they don't believe me. But it doesn't matter, and that's what I'm telling them, that's the truth. And by them being so wondering, and it takes 4 people to tell me to write a book, something's got to be there, And when I started writing, it's just like I keep writing. And I'm still, it's like I don't get tired. I get tired of writing because, my condition I'm in and stuff. But every chance I do get to write, I write, and I like it.
And you like it.
Yeah.
And was there any hint of this when you were a young man, that you might end up being an artist?
No, in the last 4 years, that's what hit me. Wow. When I talked to the friends, and they told me about I should write a book. And then, but I wonder why out of all the hoods and bums, I got chosen.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Boy, I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe because I am serious, and I do need to make amends to the world for what I did to them and to my parents. You know, she was always daring the call that she would get in the middle of the night.
Yes.
The mothers always hope they don't get.
Yes.
For 22 years, she went for that. And my dad suffered pretty bad too, but so I think that with that, I have a lot of work ahead. If I can, and whether I beat this liver cancer that I have, that they say I have, which I don't think I have, whatever it is, I feel better today, and I'm feeling better every day. And if he can still use me in this world, I'm going to be around here a lot longer.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I can tell that there's a lot for you to do yet in this world. Yeah. Right, that your work is already making this difference.
And the thing is, oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
This thing, it's unconditionally too. It's like before I used to take and say, and I wanted everything was me, me, me. And now the more I give, the more I get. I never realized how the more I give, everybody would give me everything I have at home. My stereo, my bed was given to me. But everything that I had now, and then I was helping people out, they were helping me, and everything was going on. Things a lot better. And the point I was wanting to make is that now that I need to make amends. Well, I already said I make amends to everybody that I hurt it, even though I will never know who I stuck a gun to or who I took the money from. Or, you know, I just hope that they can forgive me and some way. And,
And have you forgiven yourself?
oh, that's the hardest part.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because forgiving myself is a way for me to get relaxed and thinking, well, I'm okay now, I'm all right. So I'm my worst person to do that. I'm the one that says, nah, man, I think I owe more. I'm getting off lucky. You're still being alive. I'm already overdue. What else do you want? You're getting a second chance, you know? And what are you going to do with it now? And now I'm going to take advantage of it.
What brings you joy?
The smile on my mom's face when I'm doing better.
Mm-hmm.
When she sees me walking around and I'm not sick. And being close to my family. This is the closest I've ever been to my family. And I had to be sick. You know, sometimes people have to die in order for families get together. And, you know, how long time, when's the last time I seen you? It was somebody else's funeral. And that's the only time they see each other on funerals. I've seen kids die because their parents are sleeping all night. And the kids take off and get hit by a car out in the streets. So, you know, it's like, yeah, like we are responsible for our kids and what we teach them. And sometimes, like I said, you can teach them the best, it's not going to come out. Basically, you know, I've seen from the 53s, well, I was young when I was 53, but now that to the new millennium, all them years, and I see times change. And time nowadays is very hard.
Yes.
You know, very tough, and we don't need, and then you got parents that are babies having babies. You know, they still want to party and do their drugging, and they love their kids, but they don't know how to love. Why didn't it happen then? And then my book also says that me and my best friend, took the same amount of drugs, the same amount of dope. He was older than I am, more experienced, and he overdosed that night and I didn't. We should have both overdosed, or we should have both pulled out. Why I didn't die and he did? That's God, you should know that question. Because I couldn't, and I took two. Now, the only thing that makes sense is what I'm doing right now. It's writing the book, and just, I don't know if it's releasing, when I write this book, I release the tension and all the pain that I have inside. And, you know, in a way to tell the world, I'm sorry.
Yes. And I think that it's a powerful way, Renee, to tell the world you're sorry, and it's a powerful amends, and that you get to accomplish.
Thanks to God.
Yes, we do thank God.
Oh,
Yes.
so much.
Yes.
He is the man, because, you know, and why would he want to, you know, I just say, why me? There's a lot of other people that could be, you know, you can pick that can do what I'm doing, and let him, give him a chance. And I'm glad it's me. I just don't know why, but I guess you have faith, and you just go along for what happens, and everything will work out all right. It's working out great. You know, to say I'm dying, I'm living. For once, I'm starting to live, and I feel good. I get sick once in a while, but hey, they say I'm going to fight for my life, and I am going to fight. And with everybody's help, I should make it. And with God leading the path, how could I go wrong?
That's right. You can't go wrong, you know.
The only time I wrote letters were love letters when I was in jail, and I had the guys do it for me, because, you know, good handwriting, and, you know, how they, their poems. I used to read what they used to write, and I never wrote a one solid letter to a girl that I was writing in jail. I always had somebody else do it, and I would...
Then you sign it?
Yeah. It worked. I would get visits.
But that's great.
Yeah, but
and
that
now,
wasn't honest.
Yes, right. And now this honest writing is bringing you home.
Let's see how it comes out. How come nothing is saying? Like I started in the beginning?